What is up, you guys, and welcome back to BVI Pilots. I am your host, as always. Glad to be here with you guys. Let me turn off the air because it's getting a little cold. So we got a couple things we're going to be doing here. I've got the Skyline that we're going to take for a flight here, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And then I've also got a conversation that I like to have, a topic rather, and it'd be cool if I can get others, to join in on this conversation. Whether, anyone will or not, I don't know, but I think it's a good conversation. I think that it's something that I think we should talk about. And, there's definitely some people that I know that, agree with me. When it comes down to it, just for the fact, hold on, I'm trying to figure out, what are you doing, guy? All right, so that's going to be silly. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I'm streaming, and hopefully I'm not buffering. We'll find out here. I guess I could. Let me do something real quick. It's going to be weird. I'm going to echo probably. But I want to do something just to make sure we're good. And let's just see. I just want to make sure. It's going to echo probably. Or do like some weird feedback because you're hearing what I hear already. So it's probably going to be kind of... Oh. It should be streaming, and I don't know if that... Or is it not? Or is it not? There it is. Yes, it is. All right, so we're good. So yeah, I wanted to talk about some stuff, but let's at least try to get this up in the air first. I do have, let's just do this just in case. Hi, everyone. All right. So we'll go here. Again, this is the Skyline. I believe we've got everything ready. Okay. Is that the wind or is it running already? It's got to be wind. Because I don't have this thing... This thing's not started, so...
Windows side.
Let's load this. I did load a profile for this plane for my yoke. So hopefully it works the right way. Let's find out. You guys hear anything? Because I don't. Okay, I'm already not liking this because I can't even hear nothing on the interior. Let's see here. Nope.
Windows sign-in dialog working on updates 94% complete.
Shut up.
Turn off your computer. Working on updates 96% complete. Don't turn off your
Let's see if I can. Hold on.
Working on updates 100%.
Load template.
Loading NVDA. Please wait. Desktop window.
I'm looking for the skyline. All right.
JAWS dialog. The Freedom Scientific Accessibility Display driver is not properly installed. Please reboot the computer if you have not done so already. If this does not fix the issue, please run a repair on the JAWS installation to reinstall the display driver. To perform a repair, run the JAWS setup package with the command tagline marking the
We're at skyline.
OK button.
It's here. Gotta find it real quick. Oh my God! Shut up, computer. I'm just gonna shut this up for a minute. Okay. Let's do this. Shut up. All right. Sorry about that, guy. My other computer's going nuts over here. When it really needs to just hush. The one thing I found to be really annoying is Microsoft Teams and all that. It likes to load all the time. And if you don't turn it off, it's a pain in the butt. Let me fix that real quick. Okay. So I'm just going to turn this down because I don't need to mess with that right now. Okay. It's not the Grand Carry. Skyhawk. King Air. There it is. The Skylane. All right. Okay. Loaded. Now it should. I don't like the sound of it at all. You don't get motor sound. Yeah, I don't like this. So, we're still going to do the flight. I don't like it at all. Check it out. I can even... Let's see. What happened to sound? Really weird. Weird. All right. We need battery master. Okay. What's this do? This thing is wanting to move. Alright, we're good. What is it doing? I've got the brake on, but yet it was wanting to move. That doesn't make sense. This thing, I don't like. Well, we'll try it. It's just weird. Fuel pump's active. Weird. Yeah, I don't like this profile. So, I guess we'll just... Let's just see. I might change planes real quick, you guys. Isn't that weird? Really weird.
500, 400.
You're up my ass. I mean, what are you doing? Okay, I don't like this plane at all. So therefore, here's what we're going to do. One, we're going to exit that for now. Um, let's exit it.
40, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah. Do what you must, pal. We'll close it, and we'll just do a regular flight. How's that? Because that's just gonna. We'll fly a plane that I know well. After I close some of these other windows. All right, we're looking good there. Hopefully you guys, you can hear me okay. So hopefully that's still good. So what do I want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? Something that me and there's a few of you out there, I know you're going to agree with me. You're definitely going to agree. You're like, yeah. Okay, here we go. I can make sure we're. All right. Okay, good. There we go. All right. Okay, good. Those of you that, you might agree, you might not. I'm not saying you got to agree with me, but how many of you would say that there's certain things that we do, or say rather, that can definitely affect the entire community, as far as, just people having opinions about the community and etc. And if you're like me, you're probably like, well, I don't care what anybody thinks about me. And I don't. I do, but I don't. If someone wants to think bad about me, that's on them. Who cares, right? But I would want them to think bad about me singularly, not as a whole group. And the reason I'm saying this is when people will go on forums and post stuff and all that, there's certain ones out there that will do stuff and they don't realize that it has an effect on us. And it does. It does have an effect on us. Because people are going to say, wow, is that the way that, all of them are? It's kind of one of them deals where, you got this person, they're putting all these messages, and they're really dumb messages, that the posts don't make any sense. They're coming out to look needy. They're coming out to look as if they can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. And it goes on and on and on and on. And then all of a sudden, here you are, you've got these great videos and you share it with a community of people. And before they even watch it, they're just saying, well, I'm not watching that. It's just going to be garbage, right? So for anyone to say that, things like that doesn't affect us, you're wrong, because it does. It does affect us. And it does give us, it does make us look a certain way. And I don't believe that it would be fair to the community, to all of us, because one person wants to leave really embarrassing posts and messages and all this stuff. It's like, dude, think before you post something on a forum or something. Don't just put stuff out there. Think about, what you're doing before you just do it. Sorry, I'm getting my thing to let me change my scenario here And sometimes it works great, and other times it likes to be a pain in the butt. Come on. Sometimes you have to NVDA. And, I could go through Ideal Flight. Actually, I could do that, actually. Let me just close this. Let's do this. That's just a default thing there. We're going to load it through Ideal Flight. I do have to change my profile and take a second, but we can continue to talk about this. Now, I'm not here, you guys, to call out names. I'm not here to make it known that, this person's being really ridiculous or acting a fool, because I don't want no one to, come down on them. There's no need to email them and be mean to them or anything like that. So don't do that. And there's a few of you that probably would. Don't do that. You know who you are. Don't do it. Don't email the person you think I'm talking about, because this is just a general topic of conversation. Just a general idea of what I'm trying to point out here. I just, all of us work hard. We have fun. We do take it serious. At the same time, we also, we also, have fun with it. I'm not saying it's got to be so serious to where there can't be mess up, because that's not the case. You can mess up. You can make mistakes, and I'm not going to hold you for that. I'm not going to sit there and point my finger at you because you made a mistake. I make mistakes all the time. It's just the way it is. But from a general perspective, you got to realize that certain things you say will affect all of us. So, for example, you go on a forum and you leave a really long message that makes absolute no sense at all. Right? No sense at all. Like you go on a company's website and you leave this message on their forums and you're telling them how, we use a screen reader and we do this and we do that. And it's a really long post and none of it makes any sense. How do you think that that's going to make the whole community look if somebody else emails them later on down the road? Do you think they're going to open the email and read it? Probably not. And I'm just being honest. They're going to look at the subject and they're going to say, okay, no, I'm not reading this. If they read that kind of forum that you was on with a ridiculous message, they're not going to open anybody's email from there on out. And if they do, it's going to be luck. It will be luck, I'm telling you. So right now what I'm doing, you guys, I'm opening Ideal Flight. I got to switch my profile because I've got an actual profile set for when I'm flying with my other plane. Come on, baby. What are you doing? Okay, here we go. Profile selection. Is that the right one? There we go. And then we'll go home. This is my prop planes only profile. I do want to go. Aircraft selection. It says in 152. Here we go. The 340 is what we're going to fly today. All right. This thing's got a lot of information you can look up too. Check this out. There's a reference button, procedure button. Let's hit that. So you can hide or show the display or hide GPS. You can hit Shift 2, Shift +2, parking brake. It tells you how to do that. Landing gear handle down. Battery and alternator on. So this got all kinds of this tells you all the, like, basically you can go here to procedure to tell you how to do your startup and all that. Let's go ahead and close that. Is this us? Oh, oops. All right. So then you got another button for reference. Let's hit that. So this tell you like all your information, stalling speeds, 154. Talk about your landing speed, all that. So you can do all that too when you're in ideal flight. Then you go down here, default warm. Here we go. There we go. All right. So where'd you start me out, I wonder? Well, I can always I can take care of that. All right. So I would like to know what your guys' thoughts are on that too. A couple things you can do to reach out if you're listening to this later. You can go to our website, BVI-Pilots.com. It's not BVI-Pilots.net. Now, that is what I call the brother site. It's not ran by us, but it's ran by Jason. But it's another good site with a lot of good information. Also, that's where you'd get TFM, Talking Flight Monitor. The developer of TFM is the one that runs BVI-Pilots.net. So go over there, check out that page, give them some donations if you can. You got suggestions and all that. The more, he likes the suggestions and all that. So, anyways, go check that out. But go to our website, and you're going to find we've got our email links on there. We're actually, the page doesn't have a lot at this moment because we're actually transferring over to a WordPress site instead of a regular site because we'll be able to do our audio, we'll be able to have our forms. There's a lot of stuff we'll be able to do, and we want to be able to do that. So, go check that out. Let me know what you think about the site. And then I would really like to get your input on this. And I think maybe we'll jump up to the server here before we start a flight. And let's just talk and see. Maybe somebody's up there that can give their thoughts on it. So, let's jump up there and let's see what... Come on, open up. My hotkey's not working. All right, we'll just do it this way. We'll just do it this way. There we go.
Hey, John. What's going on, bro?
Just, man. Hey, man. I'm actually on a stream right now, too, but I came up here for a reason because I wanted to not push you into this conversation, but you can just say, well, I don't really want to share my opinion on it, John, so, and I'll be okay with that. It's nothing bad, but I like to give people their own choice of do they want to talk about it or don't they?
Okay.
So here's what I was talking about while I was trying to... By the way, real quick, that Skyline airplane that I downloaded, it is absolute junk. The sound is horrible. You can't even hear the engines hardly. It sounds like a daggone... it just sounds like wind, basically. Mm-hmm. I don't think that makes the plane junk, but... Bad sound to me makes a bad plane. You got to have good sound to have a good plane. At least I think.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. And we do, as a BVI, as a pilot visually impaired like that, we highly depend on sound. Sound is everything. If we don't got sound, everything becomes much more riskier. It can be a lot more dangerous for us. Mm-hmm. For example, we might be 30,000 feet up in the air, and if we lost sound, boy, would we be in trouble. I could still land, and I think you could too, but it wouldn't be fun. So, anyways, here's what I'm talking about, Thomas, is, there's a few people out there, not people that we talk to on a normal. There's definitely one that has a bad habit of doing this. They will go on forums, even on the prepare forum, as they did, and left this really long, honestly useless post because it was absolutely just horrible. Horrible. Mm-hmm. Now, here's where I'm getting at. When people do that, if others do the same thing, at some point, this is where my opinion comes in, at some point, it will reflect back on the BVI community.
Oh, yeah.
What is your opinion on that? Where do you see that? And I think we're probably on the same line here, the same idea. But what is your opinion, Thomas? What would you say about that when I say that?
Well, I mean, it's really the truth. I'm sad to say, but it is the truth. I will say that, however, it is also important to consider individuality as well.
It is.
It is also important to consider individuality. Now, as far as no, what I mean by that is this. Let's say we had one of our blind pilots go up and just start trolling the forums. I mean, really just start doing an excessive amount of trolling and putting posts out there that just do not make sense. Well, if that were to be, all the time, yeah, absolutely, it would reflect on it. But let's say you had another one of us that went up there and was the nicest person and actually gave constructive criticism, gave constructive feedback.
Which is what I did.
For example,
by the way.
For example, take FS Tramp. The reason why I say that is Josh went up there. He made a bit of a mistake. Was really, cruel to the developer.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
And the developer thought that reflected on all of the blind pilots. Well, now we have Declan going up there. We have Declan emailing the developer. The developer's emailing him back. And yet now the developer's actually getting something done.
Yes.
Because of individuality. That's the key word.
Well, and the thing with individuality too is, and you know as much as me, and even as me on the legal side of things, I see it all the time. That is a hard thing to get. Is individuality. As far as
absolutely.
Will they look at that individually and singularly, or are they going to look at it the whole group? Most of the time, sadly, they say, well, that's blind people for you. And
exactly.
It's unfortunate, but your point makes a lot of sense. And people need to really listen. If you're sighted and you see something out there like that that's completely just dumb or ridiculous, give it a chance. I'm not saying give them a chance. Give it a chance and say, that's individual. Thomas didn't write that. John didn't write that.
No. And so therefore, and those are just two examples, but therefore,
good examples.
Really, yeah, but good examples nonetheless. But the thing about it is this, that's it. Like I said, take FS Tramp for example.
By the way, FS Tramp, a great developer. He's doing a great job.
Oh, he's doing a great job.
Yep.
But the reason being is because there was somebody that approached him
that got under his skin.
Constructive feedback.
Yep.
And with constructive criticism, actually gave the problem as it was needed to give, and voila. Now you've got a developer actually doing something. Yeah, he's a little slow, but that's okay.
And the thing is what I've noticed, you gotta come in easy with constructive criticism. You gotta really be gentle with it, because some people just cannot take constructive criticism at all.
No.
They don't.
Right.
They don't divide it up and say, oh, well, that's not personal, that's business. They don't do that. They take it in one way and one way only. But the point is, at the end of the day, is for those that do make these posts and stuff, the ones that do this, before you do something, think about what is going to happen.
How is it going to impact?
What is the reflection going to be?
The truth is, whether you are officially a part of the blind pilot community, and officially I'm meaning you list yourself as a part of the blind pilot community or not. If you have a disability, whether it be a visually impairment, whether it be a hearing impairment, whether it be, that you're a paraplegic or a quadriplegic or, you know, anything like that, it doesn't matter what disability you have. If you post something, you are, in a sense, representing that disability.
That's right.
One way or another.
It's
And
it's you're right. You're right, Thomas. It represents it. It does. I agree. Go ahead.
so, really, for those of you who are making these posts, it's one
Stop.
thing to make you just stop. It's one thing to say, oh, okay, I do not like this. Perhaps maybe this could be done or this could be done, but it's a whole nother thing to say, I don't like this. You guys are bad. Da 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 da
Well,
da. Seriously,
I had Josh on the
know.
other day and we were talking about it, and I had him on here, and like he said, that you don't go on these posts and just, if you're going to post something, don't go overboard with it, right? And
No.
also ask yourself, will this get anywhere? Will this get me
Exactly.
anywhere? Will this help us in any way whatsoever? This person went on the prepare, put on there about, here's where you can get JAWS, here's where you get MVDA. They don't care.
No.
They don't care where you get that stuff. Point is, that's the kind of stuff that makes us look like we're just goofy as all get.
Exactly.
So keep
Exactly.
the community in mind, people. Keep us in mind when you are speaking, because you might not realize it, but you are representing the BVI community. If you fly and you are visually impaired, then you are representing us.
It doesn't matter if you're a part of us or if you're not.
Doesn't matter if you like us or
Because-
dislike us, you are representing us, bottom line.
Because, see, unfortunately, there is such a thing called an assumption. And if you do something like that, you give anybody that does not know about us an impression
Well,
of us.
it's just the generality of society. It's the way
Yeah.
it works.
It is the way it works.
I've got an organization that I started at my college, and even outside of the organization, when I'm out in public and I'm speaking among, these different topics and stuff that's connected with that organization in any way, whether I'm specifying or not, being the president of that organization, whether I speak it there at the college or away from the college, I represent it. Whether
Yep.
it's a private conversation at Walmart and I'm talking to 3 or 4 people, I'm still representing it, because later on they might say, oh yeah, that's the organization that guy runs. That's awesome.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned
yeah.
to watch my words. I've learned to look at things before I just do it. And you got to. You just got to.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to get through to somebody, the best thing to do, and I'm going off of that form that I saw that was completely out of just ridiculous,
Post.
to the person that did the post. Well, I can say Ron, and nobody's going to know you unless they know you. So Ron, if you want to get somewhere with that, if you want to get them to realize what works for us or what doesn't, you got to go a different direction. You're flooding your
You do.
messages, and when you do that, it does make us look kind of silly. Now,
It does.
I'm not saying you're a bad guy. I've never spoke with you personally, but I don't need to speak with you on a personal level when I see stuff like that, because it's everybody that's going to see it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say this to anybody else that's going to sit there and do something like that. Just don't do it. There's other ways to get through. That's what emails are for. You want to email somebody, and again, I'm not telling you to go and email them with all that banarchy stuff, because it still represents the entire community. So just watch how you guys say things, please, because whether you know it or not, it does make us look goofy as all get. And this isn't about me caring what people think about me on a personal level, because anybody that knows me knows what I'm going to say to that. I could care less what someone thinks about me on a personal level. But as a community, I do care. I do care. Because it's not just me. You know, if I didn't care,
It's
then
everybody involved.
it's to not care is being selfish. It's being irresponsible, I think. But that's, my opinion. We can sit here and talk about this all night, and we could throw out point after point. Instead of me doing a flight here in a little bit, I'm going to end this stream here in a minute, and then I'll just, when I get my flight set back up, I'll just start a new stream, because there's no way I was going to fly that Skyline. It needs work. A lot of work.
Or you mean that Falcon, that 7X Falcon?
Yeah, it's no. It's called a Skyline. It's a
Oh, it is?
yes, sir. It's made by Cessna. Cessna made it, I believe.
Oh, Skylane, you mean. Skylane.
It's well, and there it's spelled Skyline. So maybe they might have it misspelled. Skylane, but anyway, Skylane, yeah. The sound pack needs fixed, big time, and I need to hear what one actually sounds like before I can actually fix it. So, oh God, it just all you would hear is just like wind flapping noise. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, the prop.
Yep, that's all you heard.
Yep.
And that didn't
would be
even
the
sound
prop.
like a prop. I mean, if that's what it was, it definitely didn't sound like a prop. But anyway, it needs fixed. That's all there is to it. So
Yep.
I will set up a new flight with you guys, and when I do, you can join the stream, or you can watch the video later. Quick update for all you guys for the BVI community. The website is up, BVI-Pilots.com. Again, there's also the brother site, BVI-Pilots.net, ran by Jason, who is the founder of that site, also the developer of TFM, Talking Flight Monitor, an amazing guy. I do want to direct you guys over there. If you can afford it, go give this guy a donation. And, even if it's $1, he's not asking for you guys to do it. I'm just saying if you can, because...
Let me just say that program, and I will say it in any video that I do, that program has really done a number for us, and it has given us in my
changed our life.
whole flight simulator career, I've never been able to fly by hand. Never.
And now you can.
Yep, exactly.
And now you can. It's
Mhm.
And I said it before when we had him on the podcast. I said, you know what, man, it's a life changer. You have really brought us up to date with technology. You've made technology to where it's available for us to use these different systems. And
Exactly.
guys, all I'm going to tell you right now, and that's all I'm going to say about it, is when the new version of TFM comes out, it is going to blow your effing minds. I'm telling you, it's going to be off the hook. That's all I'll say, because
yeah.
nobody knows. But I know from how good he's been with everything else, as far as I'm looking at a couple things here. One, he's been dead on with development. When he said he's going to do something, he does it.
He does it.
He doesn't
Yep.
shy away from it. If he says he's not sure, he'll just say, I'm not sure. But if he says, I'm going to do it, I can do it, it's going to get done.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I go by how good he's done and just his overall integrity. It's just amazing. The guy's amazing. And like you said, Thomas, he has brought new options to our step
Absolutely.
and
I
said,
mean,
here
I
it
remember
is.
the first time.
Use it.
I, yeah, I remember the first time he came out with the attitude indicator, and this wasn't. It didn't allow you to bank at that time, but it allowed you to know how far up or down you were tilting the nose of the aircraft, and I was just blown away because it allowed me to get to know my aircraft.
I wish I had a way to show them that sound without having to load. I don't know how long it'd take to do that, but
There really isn't any way to do that except with flying, I'm afraid.
well, you can do the attitude sound when you're on the ground. You just hit right.
Oh, absolutely.
Excuse me, right bracket, left bracket.
Yep.
And basically, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. We'll do not a podcast, but we'll do a stream, and I'll let you do the flying. I'll record. You fly,
All right.
and let's show them. We'll show you guys how that works, and maybe Thomas can take you from 1, 2, 3 ABC. Give them the steps on how to use it, how it works.
Absolutely.
If you're up for that, Thomas, we'll do that tomorrow.
Yep. I will most certainly do that. Yeah.
So
sure.
tomorrow's Friday, so we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it maybe. Well, I don't know. Are you gonna be able to do it because of your internet situation? Are you gonna be good to do that, or should we put that off?
I
for
should be.
a few more days.
I should be.
Okay.
Yeah, I should be.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll do that tomorrow, guys, and let you guys see exactly what that's like. I know Thomas. I think me and Declan have talked, and we would like to bring you on the podcast if possible.
All right.
As a matter of fact, if you want, if you're available, we could even probably bring you in our next podcast this Sunday.
All right. Yeah, sure.
We would like to
sure.
bring you in and talk about your experience flying.
Yep, sound good.
So there you go, guys. You got a podcast coming up. You can find that on Apple. Just look up BVI Pilots Podcast. You'll find us right there on Apple, iTunes. We are also, I got the email today. We are now on the Google Podcast. So you can find us on Google on the Android phones. You will find us there. Let me see. Let me look real quick. I seen it. Let me grab it real quick. Let's go.
Page 3 of 6. Adjustable. WhatsApp. 2 new items. Dot. Phone. 33 new items. Page 3 of 6.
And also, if you don't mind, John, if you guys are interested, or if you guys are going to be interested, I'm going to be doing some videos of my own that I will be demonstrating flying two different planes. One, I will be demonstrating flying a Beechcraft D-18S amphibian aircraft. I'll be demonstrating flying it by hand. I will not be flying it with FSX Pilot, but I will be flying it by hand.
When you do that, I don't know if you've got a channel. That's good. I'm not saying not to do your own thing, but if you would like to drop that stuff to me, we will also upload it on BVI Pilots.
Absolutely, yeah, I can definitely do that. No problem at all.
I didn't know if you had a YouTube channel or not, so I thought, well, if not, I can just give you just give me the thing, and I can just upload it when you're done editing it and doing all that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I do, but you know what? The more the merrier. So
That's right. That's right. Do you have a Twitch? Yeah, you do got Twitch.
I
right?
do. I just haven't really used it as of yet. You know, outside of the stream, you
Okay.
of course, you know,
Yeah,
you're
I didn't
gonna
know
have to teach me how to
where
do
is
it.
it's going to be available. Tell them where it's going to be available then, besides
It's
our
going to be
channel.
available on YouTube. It will be available on YouTube, and I believe from what John was telling me, there is a YouTube BVI Pilots channel, so it will
Yes.
be available up there. It will also be available on my channel. Um, I'll have John link to my channel in the description, so that way if
There we
if
go.
you'd like to
There
look
we
me
go.
up, then you can do that too. So either way, you'll be able to know where
So if you're
where the
listening to this
video
on
is.
Twitch, go to our YouTube channel. You'll get this same stream that we did, and you'll find the information in the description. Okay. Basically, when I'm doing my Twitch, I record it live, and then it records it in video, and then when I'm done on Twitch, it will upload to YouTube. So come back later on YouTube, you'll be able to get that information.
Yep, absolutely.
I was going to look for that email, but just anyways, the thing is, like I said, we're on Apple, we're on Google, we're on several different platforms now with the BVI Pilots podcast, and I think that's just freaking amazing that we're out there like that.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
we're all over the place.
Yeah,
And
I completely agree. Yes, it's
you know,
wonderful.
I think it was a good idea that we did that for the reason that we wanted it to be something that was there all the time, and that was something that people could definitely go to for information that is facts instead of just opinion. Because on the BVI Pilots YouTube channel, we share everything. So there might be a pilot that we share a video with, and he might say, well, this is the way you do it. And then we do another video, and another pilot says, well, this is the way I do it, right? So you get 3 or 4 different ways of doing stuff. But on the podcast, we're going to give you the gold, basically. We're giving you the gold. We're giving you the answer that will work no matter what.
Exactly.
And so I think it was a good idea, and I think it's, we're starting out slow, but we're definitely moving up, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, I'd like to thank you for allowing me to bring you on here kind of unannounced, but my whole idea was just
That's
coming up
fine
here
with
and
me.
catching whoever came up.
Oh yeah.
Again,
No,
guys,
that's
you
fine.
can, you're going to find his link in the description here on YouTube. You're also going to find the link to our Twitter, the link to our YouTube channel itself, the link to our Twitch channel. My gosh, we got all kinds of stuff happening, don't we? The link to our website,
do.
the link to Talking Flight Monitor, or the brother site, bvipilots.net. So there's just all kinds of links, information, and it's for everybody, for everyone here
is.
at the BVI pilot community, and those that are in the sighted community that find it interesting on how we do things. Again, Thomas, thank you
Exactly.
for being a part of this. I really appreciate it, man.
No
It's
problem at all.
always-
And if I'd like to, and if I can add something,
absolutely.
as we pilots say, keep the blue side up, and as my good friend and mentor says, and for pity's sake, stay positive.
That's right. We'll see you guys next time.